What's going on, lads and lasses? Welcome back to 100% Mags. And of course, Newcastle United take on our first opponents of the brand new season. Of course, tomorrow it's going to be two games, and we now know that, of course, one of them games will be played by the under-23s. It was going to be a split of the first team into the two games, but we have found out that Carl Darlow has tested positive, of course, for COVID-19. So that means that now the first team will take on York City tomorrow, and at the same time, the under-23s will be taken on, of course, Harrogate Town. So hopefully we can do really well in that. From what I've heard as well, the match will be streamed on Nufc TV. I don't know if it's going to be free or if you're going to have to pay, but we'll have to wait and see. Of course, I'd probably think it would be pay, judging off of Mike Ashley, because he has done it in the past. He has charged people to watch pre-season games, but I'm sure you'll probably be able to find a stream for it from somewhere else. If not, then I'm sure the BBC Radio Newcastle will be doing a live commentary on the radio for it. Talking about, of course, Newcastle even more, we're going to touch on, of course, the talk of the protest from yesterday. Of course, protest NUFC. I had Holly on the channel. I just want to say, a massive thank you to Holly for actually coming onto the channel as well. It was really nice to see, that my channel is growing, and that there is, of course, the possibility of getting people like Holly to come on the channel. She's been a regular face on Steve Rafe's channel, NUFC Matters, quite a bit, and of course she's been on quite a few other channels, so I was quite pleased to see that I was able to, of course, attract somebody like Holly to the channel. And well done to Holly as well. At the age of just 16, doing something like that is absolutely fantastic. It just shows, the commitment that our fan base has and the intelligence that our fan base has as well. To be able to do something like that at that age is absolutely amazing. Also, the protest went off quite well from what I could see from, images that were being put up online all day yesterday from the likes of Steve Rafe, Holly, and everybody else that was down there as well. Even Steve Hasty, he put up on Twitter today that there was 250 to 300 Newcastle fans that travelled down there from, of course, the northeast. They were also joined by the likes of the Manchester Magpie group as well, the London Magpie group as well, and all of the other Newcastle fans, that decided to make their own way there. So there was quite a few Newcastle fans down there yesterday protesting at Parliament Square at 1 p.m. And then, of course, they went on and moved towards 10 Downing Street, where, of course, Holly handed through a letter through the gates to be handed, of course, to Boris Johnson. If it gets to him, though, we'll have to wait and see on that. And then, of course, they stood there for a bit, did a bit of protesting there, and then they moved on, of course, to the main threat in, of course, the Premier League's headquarters at Canary Wharf, to do a bit of protesting outside there. Try to pass a letter through as well to the Premier League headquarters as well. And there was a few other Newcastle fans that made some trips around different parts of London as well, doing protests, like two lads that went to Scotland Yard and did a protest outside of there as well. From what I've seen as well, there wasn't much coverage from the likes of Sky Sports. They were talking more about a hairstyle of Neymar, which that just says it all, really. That, they found covering a player's hairstyle more interesting than covering, of course, the future of our club and the future of it. One of many founding members of the Premier League, and that just shows you, what they think of Newcastle United when they're doing something like that. I've got to say, it was a peaceful protest from what I could see of imagery on, of course, the net yesterday, all throughout the day, and that is exactly what the fan base was trying to put across: a good, positive, safely done protest. Nothing violent, nothing, no threats made to anybody. That was exactly what we didn't want to do. We didn't want to do any of that, and we didn't, the fans that went down there were respectful. They did it in a polite manner, and of course, nobody got hurt from what I can see of. So, all I can say is well done to the lads and lasses that went down there yesterday, took the time out of their day on Friday to go all the way down to London and do a protest, and then come all the way back up at 5 o'clock yesterday. They were absolutely fantastic. And, they will go down in Geordie folklore if this takeover goes through. They will not be forgotten for doing something as amazing as that, just showing the pride that we have in our club and the pride that we have in our area, in our region. And that is exactly what, the likes of the Premier League don't quite understand, is that Newcastle is football and the region of the Northeast is run on football. You just have to look at the stadium on a match day when there's no COVID, when there's no pandemic, and when we've got a proper owner that actually cares for the club. We pack that stadium out regularly. We have 52,000 fans going into that stadium every single week, even down in the Championship, we had fans going into that stadium every single week, packing out that stadium. And that is what we want to see. We want to see them days come back, and hopefully we will when the takeover goes through. And touching on the takeover a little bit more as well, and then we'll end off the video. Of course, Amanda Staveley even made a voice yesterday be heard. She made her voice be heard once again, and this time it was on TalkSport. She went on there, she talked to Jim White for a bit, and of course Simon Jordan decided to try and have a little bit of a dig at Amanda Staveley. It didn't quite work out the way he wanted though, so of course Amanda Staveley won that fight and came out on top once again, because Simon Jordan was basically being an arrogant, sexist twat at the end of the day. That was basically what he was doing. He was trying to instigate a fight with Amanda Staveley. She didn't fall for it, and she was higher up above it, and that is what we need to see, and the passion she showed as well in the way she was talking about the club. That is the kind of owners we want in. Even Gaddafi, our husband, he showed some great passion on Twitter over results. Even England playing, he showed some great passion during the Euros for England playing. And that's what we want to see, these passionate owners coming in and buying this club, because for a fact, that these are going to be the guys in the lasses, that'll take Newcastle United forward and take this club to the next level. And that's what we need, for a fan base like ours. That is exactly what we need. But anyway, let us know your thoughts down in the comments below. As always, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel as well. I've gotten quite a few subscribers of late. We're at 552. So we're all pushing towards that 600 subscriber milestone, which is absolutely amazing. I don't take any of it for granted. So I do appreciate every single one of you that support the channel in whichever way you can, and hopefully one day we will reach that 1K subscriber milestone. We're getting there slowly, but hopefully one day we will reach it, and that would be an absolutely amazing feat to do for the channel, especially coming from where we've come from. We had next to no subscribers when we started. We got like 50 subscribers in a matter of no time, and then it went a little bit south, but then we've started to get the subscribers back up again. But anyway, I really appreciate everybody that does support the channel, and I hope you all stay safe and well out there. Until next time, come on the lads.